You sit down to read, you finish a page, and then nothing. It's gone. So you go back and read it again. Still gone. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. It's not your fault. Reading is a skill, and most of us stopped upgrading that skill at age 6 or 7. But today, that changes. Here's what nobody tells you about reading fast. Most people assume that if you read faster, you understand less. Wrong. Completely wrong. When students are actually tested, faster readers consistently show better comprehension than slow readers. Why? Because of focus. Your brain is the most powerful supercomputer ever created, but when you read slowly, you feed it one tiny word at a time. Think about what happens in a conversation when someone talks painfully slowly. Your mind wanders, you drift, you think about dinner, your to-do list, that awkward thing you said 3 years ago. The same thing happens when you read too slowly. Your brain isn't being lazy, it's starving, and so it goes looking for stimulation elsewhere. But when you read faster, your brain is fully engaged, it's satisfied, it stops wandering. Speed doesn't kill comprehension. Speed creates focus, and focus creates understanding. There are 3 invisible obstacles silently destroying your reading ability. Obstacle 1, lack of skill. Most of us learned to read as children and never improved. Imagine still using the same phone you had in 2nd grade. That's your reading skill right now. Obstacle 2, lack of focus. Slow reading equals wandering mind. You've already seen why. Speed is the cure, not the cause. Obstacle 3, and this is the big one, subvocalization. Here's a question. Right now, as you read these words, do you hear a voice inside your head reading along with you? That's called subvocalization, your inner voice, and it's quietly capping your reading speed. Here's the problem. You can only read as fast as you can speak, but your brain can process information far, far faster than your mouth can move. Think about it. You can listen to a podcast at 2x speed and still understand everything. Your brain handles it effortlessly, but you can't talk that fast. Here's the thing. 95% of any book are words you've already seen thousands of times. Words like the, and, but, because. You don't need to say them to understand them. When you see a stop sign, you don't say the word stop in your head. You just know. Reading works the same way. Subvocalization is a habit from childhood, when your teacher said, read quietly to yourself, and your young brain concluded, I have to hear it to understand it. That belief has been slowing you down ever since.
So, how do you actually fix this? Here's a technique you can use right now with any book on any page. Step 1. Get your baseline. Open your book, mark where you are. Read for exactly 60 seconds. Then mark where you stopped and count your lines. That's your starting point. Step 2. Use a visual pacer. Go back to where you started, but this time, run your finger just above the words as you read, left to right, line by line. Don't skip anything. Don't trace fancy S shapes or Z shapes down the page. That's old school speed reading, and it means you miss critical information. Just follow every single line with your finger. Read for another 60 seconds. Count your lines again. That number? It will be 25 to 50% higher every single time. Why does something this simple work so powerfully? Reason 1, your eyes are hardwired to follow motion. It's survival instinct, ancient and automatic. When something moves, your attention locks on. Your finger pulls your eyes through the text instead of letting them drift. Reason 2, it eliminates backskipping. Most people unconsciously reread words and lines without even realizing it. The finger stops that habit cold. Reason 3, your sense of sight and touch are deeply linked in your nervous system, just like smell and taste. When you use your finger while reading, your brain literally feels more connected to the material. Focus deepens, retention improves. One simple habit, 0 extra practice, instant results. Let's talk about what this actually means for your life. The average person reads for 4 hours every day. Emails, articles, reports, books, social media. 4 hours. If you simply double your reading speed, you save 2 hours every single day. 2 hours a day over 1 year, that's 365 extra hours, the equivalent of 9 full work weeks given back to you. 9 weeks from one habit.
And it's not just about speed. It's about what happens when you absorb more in less time. Sharper thinking, better decisions, a mind that never stops growing. Reading is not a talent. It is a skill, and like every skill, it can be upgraded. 3 obstacles were quietly holding you back. A skill you never upgraded, a focus problem caused by reading too slowly, and a childhood habit called sub-vocalization. Now you know what they are, now you know how to beat them. Pick up a book, place your finger on the page, and read like your mind was always meant to. Faster, sharper, deeper. Your next chapter starts right now.